starting from scratch. Starting from scratch, literally, we're documenting everything. I'm gonna show you where I stay right now because obviously I thought I was bowling and I was a bit careless. But anyway, we are going to be okay. Yeah, I have a job now, so that's also helping now a little bit. Gonna try and find a place to stay because right now I'm in like some accommodation, like like an emergency situation. It's really bad, but you wouldn't know, because social media makes everything look so glam. But this is my life. I'm stripping down everything, everything, everything. To work, do you understand? Because of things a bit tough. Every time you come to work, you're like, oh my God, let me get this money because I have to get out of here. But one thing about me, I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna do my job well because at the end of the day, I'm substituting my time for money. You know what I mean? Nobody is just gonna give me money. Nobody. Everybody has something to do. Nobody's gonna give you money whether you want to buy a funded account or something like that. Nobody's gonna do that. So now that I'm on my low, I'm working my ass off, packing these boxes. Packing these boxes, you know what I'm saying? Maintaining the place, making sure that I got my smile on my face every single time. Every single day I'm here happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy that I'll be able to buy this funded account. Okay, we're almost there, right? We've saved enough. Okay, so starting over, but nobody's coming for me, so I had to get a job. Had to work. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's work. Okay. At the end of the day, like nobody like wants to work, especially if you're like a trader and you know how it feels to work for yourself and you tasted it, you know what I mean? Like for a couple of years. But at the end of the day, somebody has to do the job. Somebody has to do the job, and you have to do it to your fullest and plant your money somewhere else. The money has to work. The money has to work. But it's not easy. It's taxing because you're using your energy and a lot of your time. But if the money is working, nothing can stop you from doing anything. There's nothing wrong with the job anyway. What's wrong is you working and not planting the money somewhere. Now then, you're stuck in the system.
So much to the poltergeist. Trying to hold on to love, but it's frosting nice time. Much but a light from a falling sky. Light to the forces above us, like keep holding on to this present time. Inspired by the ones that were left behind us. We fell for the light of a foreign sky. Applying to the forces above this life.
When I moved to Europe, it was like until I realized that money that you made in SA, it can never be enough. Everything here is quite expensive. Like, I remember I didn't even have an address for a while, like, because yeah, shit got crazy. Like, look, this is what I'm cooking right now. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, like. Hello. So today is the 12th of May. I'm not too sure, and I have a lot to do. I was supposed to take some of my stuff to charity, as you guys know. Starting over, I'm literally trying to get my life back on track, and I don't have that much funding anymore, and I'm trying to sort everything out. Mabetonan, because one thing about trading, listen, you are on your own, okay? So with the money or without, people just don't get it, okay? So luckily for me, I do work, okay? I do work, and I've never really stopped. Okay, I 2 years I was depending on trading for like 2 to 3 years. When I started, then I was like, okay, no, this shit is ghetto, and this thing is so flippin' like stressful, and I didn't want to depend too much on it, like, because if I love traveling and all those things, and I've been doing that since I was in South Africa, babes. I've been traveling since, like, this is not new to me. So I'm still trying to get these clothes. I'm also trying to size down, okay? Trying to size down and give away most of my clothes. Because as you can see, There's no more space, etc., etc. I've moved into a smaller space. You know, before you get confused, I am not broke flats, okay? I'm just I'm just downsizing because things are not going well at the moment, and I did have quite enough payouts, you know, last year, and some of my Bitcoin investments did not go as planned. Not as planned, but are not going as good either. And this is normal, you know, I'm a trader. I'm used to this, losing and winning. It's okay. You know, at least I got a job. Now I'm trying to be raw and not hide or filter anything. So listen, do not do not believe anyone who say they only depending on trading. It's a lie. Let us stop lying to people, guys. Let us stop lying to people, because Mabetuna, we do not depend on this thing, because it is so like finicky. Like it's yeah, we do have our winning streaks. We can trade. We've been doing this for 3 years and a half now. But it does not mean that you won't have times like this. Even when you're a profitable trader, you still will go through hell. And oh my God, like you're like, okay, my life is just going like this instead of going like that, you know, because of. So let us be honest. So we're gonna pack these clothes anyway, and yeah, give them to charity. I'm only want stuff that I need. Okay, not stuff that I need. Yeah, cheers. 25th March 2022. Here was a long coming dream, just to finally see family and just start afresh. You see, I always loved adventure and nature, so I thought, yes, this is the perfect country. So I said goodbyes to friends and family. March 25, 2022. And I thought, well, this is it. I have trading. I know how to do this. I can work part-time and trade, travel Europe. Just so I thought. I got here. The excitement lasted about 6 months, and I was slapped by paperwork. Paperwork, pubs, rain, and ridiculous rental prices, which led me to this situation. I get in this situation because of one single payout that I did not receive. Don't get me wrong, this market has allowed me to do most things that a girl like me coming from a small town can ever imagine. There's a lot of factors that contributed to this. Money spent on funding and no payout received, companies disappearing, losing some accounts from working full-time that lead to no time to analyze the market when making rush decisions, losing some accounts from working full-time that lead to no time to analyze the market. Well, that's an excuse. I just got distracted. I couldn't trade and work. It was just not something I got used to. The country is just too expensive, and they don't build houses, so most people are living like crabs in the bucket. Small apartment, it's 2,300 euros, and if you can convert that to rents, you will see for yourself. A little room, not even an apartment at times, can cost you about 17,000 rands, which is around about 600, 700 euros. And surprisingly enough, you would think you get something decent for that, but you will still be living in a bunk bed. Well, at least in a capital city. But rent keeps on going up, and you know the story already. Another reason for destruction is I constantly trying to get that 10% or 4% on a funded and personal. It's just stressful when you're in my position. So I thought, let me just work so that I don't stress my trades and continue living frugal. Another one would be constantly suffocating your trades because you believe that one trade will take you out of the trenches. You see, when you get to the number 30 and your life has no sense of direction, you turn to put pressure on yourself, and the society constantly reminds you where you're supposed to be at a certain age. But I no longer care. I've developed the art of not giving a damn. I'm on my own journey, and God have created all the steps for me to follow. My destination may be a bit longer, but I'll get there. I came to the land of potatoes and pubs for a reason, and the reason is all that matters. I'm no longer sprinting, I'm walking. King. Okay, the hunt is over. It's a little bit of an update. We ended up finding a small little place after being homeless for a couple of days. While I thought everything was bad, terrible, nothing is going well in the country, I'm not getting where I'm supposed to be. I'm trying my best. I'm trading. I'm working. I'm just doing everything to survive in this land. And suddenly, in a space of 6 months, my life turned around. I prayed so hard to God. God, give me concentration. Give me the spirit of excellence, and give me the spirit. So that's the tiny little place we have for ourselves. We are very thankful and grateful that we finally found something, as tiny as it is. But my thing is, would you rather be outside or would you rather be inside? So this is all I could find. I've been looking for a place, even a studio or even a little small room. I didn't even care if it's old or refurbished or whatever. I just wanted a place to lay down my head with a roof over my head for almost a month and a half. And that's what it is in Europe, which is like what most people won't show you, that we are living in boxes, and it's a joke for how much money, how much money I'm putting on this, putting down for rent, for deposit and everything. Like in my country, that will come up to over like 30,000 rands for just the deposit, and then for the rent itself is almost like 15,000 a month. Okay, and that's all you get, like an old house that is not even in a good condition, but you have to do what you have to do, you know. We are still thankful and grateful that we're here, and God has been amazing. And suddenly, in a space of 6 months, my life turned around. I prayed so hard to God. God, give me concentration, give me the spirit of excellence, and give me the spirit of being able to see far from the naked eye. And I was able to analyze again and get out of the depression, if you may call it, get out of doubting myself, get out of the harm's way, get out of the feeling of being delayed or the feeling of being useless. And it's like the angels heard me in that prayer that I woke up on a Monday and one of the big companies have paid me out a couple of thousands of euros, and I was very excited. It's very true when they say your life could change in really 6 months if you really put in the work and if you really push, keep going on that grind. And I was able to finally move out because I was staying now for some time in my friend's car, and from there I went a little bit of traveling. My best friend has been amazing, so we went traveling together to another county here in Ireland, and we did a few things, and that was all allowed by trading. And it's just been amazing, been able to get my own little space, and to somebody else it's not big, it's not lavish, but to me it's something, because at this age this is probably my second place on my own, and in this big age I'm able to say I did it with my work, with my own hands, and with God. And I'll always be grateful to myself for being patient to myself when I did not see the light, when it was always dark, and the family and friends who have been supportive. I went from this setup to this trading setup, and I went from sharing a single room with 3 people, to living on my own. And that's not in South Africa, that is in Europe, in the island. I was sharing with 3 people, and I was able to get myself out and get a place for myself. Still a little room, but at least I have peace of mind. The journey only continues. This is just the beginning. Of being able to see far from the naked eye, and I was able to analyze again and get out of the depression, if you may call it, get out of doubting myself, get out of the harm's way, get out of the feeling of being delayed or the feeling of being useless. And it's like the angels heard me in that prayer that I woke up on a Monday and one of the big companies have paid me out a couple of thousands of euros, and I was very excited. It's very true when they say your life could change in really 6 months if you really put in the work and if you really push, keep going on that grind. And I was able to finally move out because I was staying now for some time in my friend's car, and from there I went a little bit of traveling. My best friend has been amazing, so we went traveling together to another county here in Ireland, and we did a few things, and that was all allowed by trading. And it's just been amazing. Been able to get my own little space, and to somebody else it's not big, it's not lavish, but to me it's something, because at this age this is probably my second place on my own, and in this big age I'm able to say I did it with my work, with my own hands, and with God. And I'll always be grateful to myself for being patient to myself when I did not see the light, when it was always dark, and the family and friends who have been supportive of this dark journey that I was in. And a couple of things that I've mentioned is the space, and I went from this setup to this trading setup, and I went from not sharing a single room with 3 people, to living on my own. And that's not in South Africa, that is in Europe, in the island. I was sharing with 3 people, and I was able to get myself out and get a place for myself. Still a little room, but at least I have peace of mind. I'm able to think clear. I'm able to work, and just to have that peace of mind, to know that you have that for yourself and you did that. The journey only continues. This is just the beginning.